Greetings, everyone. I wanted to come through with a quick video to talk about some of the signs and symptoms of evil eye or negative energy that's being shot towards you, or negative energy that may even be inside of you. Okay, so one of the first signs of evil eye or negative energy being shot at you is loss of items like your keys, your wallet, certain jewelry. Like, things just keep coming up missing, and you could have swore you just had it. One of the next things is loss of relationships due to like envy or people coveting your mate. Like, you could post photos about you and your mate, or you could talk to your friend all the time about you and your mate, or how good the sex is, or what this person does for you and whatnot. And then this will cause envy in other people to want to come along and try to link with your mate because you didn't bragged about this person so much. Now, one of the next signs of the evil eye being shot towards you, this one's very important to me. So, like, if you have an evil eye charm and it breaks, that means that, you need to get rid of it immediately and replace it. This means that evil energy was shot your way and captured by the charm, and so it breaks, and you need to throw it away immediately and get a new one. Number 4, you have headaches, but like chronic headaches, not like the normal headache here and there. This is like all the time, and it's just like very overwhelming where you can't even focus and you kind of just want to like lay down. Um, this could also be followed by like negative thoughts about yourself or your loved ones. You could experience like neck pains and shoulder pains, feeling heavy all over your body, even having body aches. Now, number 5 is ongoing illnesses that can't be explained by doctors. You just having like high fever, or just sickness all the time, breaking out, all kinds of random things. And you go to the doctor and they run all these tests on you and they can't find anything. That's how you know that you are under spiritual attack. And one thing about the evil eye is that it can definitely cause illness, even death sometimes, to whoever is being targeted. Now, the number 6 is loss of ambition, drive, thoughts of self harm or harming your loved ones, even harming strangers, like people you don't even know. Like, this is when you know, like, negative energy is either in you, or you're picking up on the thoughts of what other people are thinking about you. So you have to really be mindful, and you don't want the evil eye to go on for a long time, because the longer it goes on without you putting up any protection barriers, the worse it gets. Number 7, loss of things that have been complimented to you by others. For example, like, oh, you have a nice car. Oh, you have a nice home. Oh, you have beautiful skin, hair, nails, teeth. And then you start to see how those things become affected. Like, you lose your car, you get into a car wreck. Um, your home, you just all of a sudden have to move, and you've been posting pictures and talking about your home constantly, online and stuff, and or just have people over to your housewarming, or just have people in your home, period, who are very envious and who are very jealous of the things that you have accomplished. Or like for your nails, say someone always looks at your nails every time they see you. Oh, you have pretty nails, and then all of a sudden your nails start breaking all the time. It's like people, and this sounds strange to people who aren't in the spiritual realm or tapped in, but this is like energy. Energy is powerful. Say you have nice hair, and someone's just jealous about the grade of your hair, or the texture, or whatever, or the length, the color, and so all of a sudden your hair just starts breaking out like bad, or your teeth. People could be jealous of your smile. It's just crazy. Like, these things will start to have some type of effects on them that you need to fix them, or something like that, because this is something that someone is targeting in their own evil thoughts. Number 8 is ongoing fatigue, not wanting to get out of bed, not wanting to accomplish your goals, just really like losing the will to do anything. Never having the energy to go out with your friends and family or do the things you normally used to do. It's like all of a sudden you just have this overwhelming energy to always want to lay in bed. You feel almost like guilty if you were to get out of bed. It's just something that's just holding you back. This is people's evil eye or negative energy towards you that doesn't want you to succeed. So they could be wishing on your energy. They could be draining on your energy, pulling on your energy remotely, which just means from a distance, you know. And this could cause you great fatigue because at the same time as you trying to like live your normal day-to-day life, you need that energy. Your energy is your life force. So you know, sometimes that's what people will attack to keep you exhausted so that you can't accomplish something, so that you won't even have the will to like fight against the negative energy that's taking you over. So it's really important to be mindful of when you start just feeling unnecessary fatigue, you know, like you're taking your supplements, you're eating right, you might be vegan, you might be vegetarian, you go to the gym all the time, like you normally live a pretty active, healthy lifestyle. So you want to make sure that you're paying attention to that if you feel like you've been under the attack of someone trying to drain your energy. Number 9, fear of expressing yourself, your gifts, and your talents. Sometimes when you're under attack of evil energy, people will want to kind of like shut you up, or they'll want to like make you doubt yourself so that you don't express your gifts. Maybe they're insecure, maybe they're afraid of expressing themselves and speaking freely. So when you do it, it kind of triggers them, or maybe the truths that you're expressing can trigger things in them that they know they're actively doing that, or that they've done and they haven't accepted it, you know. Next is your gifts. So say you're a singer or you're a writer or you're a speaker, even if you're like a spiritual healer, you know, maybe they'll try to target that to like make you not want to um, use that gift because they're envious. That's like spiritual envy, when people don't want to see you use your gifts because it triggers something inside of them where they're not using theirs, or they could just feel that you are more powerful or talented than them. So that's the one for trying to just really keep you stuck. Now number 10, hearing negative voices of words that you know aren't coming from you. That's what we talked about earlier in the other sign and symptom, where it's like you could just be hearing negative thoughts, like thoughts of maybe hurting yourself, thoughts of just like wicked things that you know you normally wouldn't feel or say or even think. That's how you know, especially if you're telepathic. I mean, not telepathic. If you're clairvoyant or something like that, or clairaudient, you could be telepathically picking up on other people's thoughts and wants and desires or just feelings towards you. So, and also these could be evil entities that are trying to mount you or distract you or to take something from you. So you really want to be careful what you're hearing, and make sure you're distinguishing where that voice is coming from. Like, is that me? Or like, you know, make sure that you know at all times what's going on in your head. What are you hearing? What are you picking up on? What are the energies around you saying, or how they're making you feel? Which brings us to number 11, feeling a looming energy, feeling like someone is always watching you. Sometimes when you're under the evil eye or just evil energies attacking you, you can always kind of be looking over your shoulder, not for like the seers who look over their shoulder because because they like, you know, see the regular spirits that they're used to seeing around. This is more of like a fear charged energy where you're just kind of like looking over your shoulder, feeling like something's there. That is also a sign of people just really fixated on your energy and people sending shit your way. Number 12, constant quarreling, fights in the home, and vengeful thoughts. So when like say you just normally have like a happy home, like everybody's just chill, there's just not usually any arguing, but all of a sudden like people are arguing over like the pettiest stuff. Your kids are just being like unnecessarily like disrespectful to you, and they never really been like that. This is sometimes a case of someone that has come to your home and seen how like loving your family is, or maybe if you've taken your children around someone and they see how your bond is with your family, your kids, and they start to look at that, and sometimes they don't even I don't even know if they know they do this, but sometimes people know they do this. They just be thinking like all the worst things, because maybe they didn't have that growing up. So seeing you happy with your family or your children or your spouse, it's like triggering for them, and instead of them healing that, they project onto you, whether it's through words or thoughts or bad prayers. That's what they do. And then that kicks up fighting in the home. There's even ways to send that energy specifically to people's family and home to keep up quarrels, so that someone could feel an energy of loss or feeling alone. That's what they're really trying to make you feel, like alone and not having anyone. Now, as far as the vengeful thoughts, it's like you'll just be having like these grudges against your friends or your family, and like they haven't even done anything to you. It's like that's how you're being like mounted by evil energy, because you just start to see red at everybody all the time. Everybody's a villain, everybody is mean, everybody abandoned you, everybody, like that's how that there's some energy in you that you have to work out, because it's like you shouldn't always have to have vengeful or quarrels with everybody that you come into contact with. Like there has to be some good people sometimes, so you have to really be mindful, because that can also be tricky, because as you go on your spiritual awakening, there's like times where you're enlightened to certain energies and flaws in people that you were okay with when you weren't in your power, and like now that you're stepping into your power, you start to see certain things. So you really want to be mindful and make sure that is it your growth and you just can't tolerate that anymore, so it's time to move on, or is this like an unnecessary energy that's like looming over my life and trying to destroy all my interpersonal relationships, business relationships, and things of that nature. Okay, so now number 13, fear of success. This is a negative energy that wants to keep you in a mindset of scarcity, feeling like you don't have any hope for yourself. You're afraid to be successful, because then you won't have anything to fear anymore, and that's like a fear, and fear can be negative energy. So it's like you have to like shift that. You know what I mean? Like if you know you can be successful at something, don't listen to those words in the back of your head that's telling you you should be afraid of taking those chances, taking chances on yourself. Like the best investment you'll make is in yourself. So it's like, don't have any fear of success, even if it's just maybe fear of starting from the bottom. That's like, everybody has to start somewhere. So that fear can turn into a negative energy, and then you could find yourself being like upset with everybody else that's successful and they've overcome that fear. So it's like you gotta be mindful of that, you know. You don't want to be afraid to make it. And sometimes you're afraid of success because you know that that means you're gonna have to leave certain people behind. But this is your life. This is your journey, and you have to live it to your fullest capacity. Okay, so the last sign and symptom of negative energy is wanting to see others fail, wanting to deceive and plot on other people. Um, and number 14, this is like something that a lot of people are going through right now, especially with everything being so publicized. You know, everybody talks about every win they have, and it's like you should be able to. But negative people don't want to see others succeed. They want to see people fail. They always plotting in the background. They're always kind of like, you know, trying to figure out a way to bring the next person down or to shoot something at them. So that could either be people in your life, or that could be something that maybe you have to work with. But you know, I just wanted to give those quick 14 signs. Um, yeah, guys. So thanks for listening. If you got this far, this was just like off the rip. So you know, I'm just talking to you guys like I would talk to you on a live. All right, so I love you guys. Sending you love, peace, and balance.